All right, as soon as I collect all the information I need on where to contact this person, which is the cell number, second number, last name, and first name, immediately I put the buyer on hold by saying, hey, hold please. Why am I going to interrupt the flow I have here? Because I'm amassing a great deal of control in this call, and the buyer may expect me not to have done this. Like they went into the call thinking, I don't want to give this guy control. And all of a sudden they give me more control than I have. We're going to interrupt the call and say, hold please. This is going to give me about 20 seconds to break the call up, refocus myself, and determine how I am going to mentally, in 20 seconds, determine how I'm going to go back in and ask for the appointment. Also, this hold is a bit of a surprise. It interrupts, okay? The surprise gets control. Who has control when I say, hold please? If I stop this video right now, hold please. See, I didn't ask you to hold. I said, hold please. I control that when I put you on hold. Now, don't give a reason for the hold. Oh, hey, I need to do this or that. Let me put you on hold. Don't do that. Do not cover the phone. Don't cup the phone. Just say, hold please. If you don't have a hold button, okay, just put the phone down face down, all right? If I'm using a phone like this, all I need to do is set the phone down. Do not cup. When you come off the hold, cupping does what? You hear all that noise. It sounds like you're trying to hide something. Just put the phone down. When you come off the hold, you're going to come up with a brilliant idea, something creative. This will be an idea that should always improve your buyer's situation. All right? We call this the alternative. You've heard me talk about this in the road to the sale. Hey, let me ask you something coming off a hold. Would you consider something a little bigger, a little longer, that would give you more coverage, something you haven't considered, different, better, but because of some of the promotions we have going on, would provide you with more value for your money? Would you consider that? Now, what are the reasons for using this hold button? Okay, changes the game. It gives me a moment to come up with a creative way to improve the buyer situation. It determines if there's any flexibility to the buyer's shopping list and or commitment to that product. It gives the buyer a reason to come in and look. Oh, I never considered going to a bigger range. I never considered more horsepower. I never considered something longer. Maybe I should come see what you have. You see what I'm doing? Number 5, the hold button and then the alternative creates urgency. 6, it multiplies product availability. And 7, it gets you off of pricing one product. Now, what are some of the ways? After the hold button, we're covering 2 things here, the hold and the alternative. What are some of the ways to offer this alternative? You could go from new to used if you sell used products. You could go to new to demonstrator, something, or floor model, something someone else has used. You could go from new, what they called about, to something new with less equipment. You could go from new, what they called about, number 4, to something with more equipment, something with more value, more options, even something more expensive. You could go from something pre-owned or used or demonstrated or model, floor model, if they called about that, maybe some promotion, to something newer for the same payment. That could be an alternative if you sell used or floor model products. 6, you could go from something older to something brand new for the same money or same payment. And you could always go from something used, a demonstration type of product, a model, floor model type product, to something with more equipment, more value for their money, more offering, something bigger, a bigger range, bigger horsepower, more air conditioning unit capability, more coverage, whatever it is. Look, all we're doing is offering choices here. Now, the mistakes you make that you could possibly make when offering this alternative is the biggest mistake you'll make. Hold, and then the offering is number 1, you don't offer. That's the biggest mistake you'll make, is just not to offer. Oh, this guy knows what he wants. Over 50% of your callers are on the wrong product. Over 50% of the time that you call somebody about a product that you think for sure that's what you want, you're not on the right product. Number 2, you're being too specific. Hey, I have, you could move somebody. They're looking at an 18-inch whatever, okay? And you're like, hey, would you consider a 20-inch? You're being too specific. Don't do that, okay? 3, you're using words like used or demo or older or floor model. We don't want to do that, even though I did that in the examples to tell you what we could offer. I did that because that's the way you think, but don't do it with your clients. 5th, offering alternatives too early in the call will cause this customer to think that you don't have what they want and or you're doing this switch and bait thing. Don't get hung up in what the buyer picks, whether they deny it. Either way you win when they say yes or no. Yeah, I'll look at it. No, I won't. Either way you win, because the alternative sets up momentum for you then to ask for what? No, Grant, we don't want anything else. We want this. Great, when can you be here? Yeah, Grant, we'd consider it. Great, when can you be here? You with me? Test out this alternative. Okay, test it out. Test it out. Would you consider a bigger range? Almost the same money with the promotions we have going on. Hey, would you consider more insurance? Okay, would you consider actually going from a $4 million mortgage to a $4.6 million mortgage, including all your costs, if the payments were the same because of some of the promotions we have? Would you consider 15 years rather than 30 years if the money was close? Yeah, I'd consider that. Great, when can we be available? This afternoon or tonight, I can come to you or you can come to me. Bing, I'm setting up the appointment.